Hey guys, what's up? It's Dark Helmet Cat 67, bringing you with the second part of our Nicktoon land, or Nicktoon world, or whatever whenever I named it. And yes, I know you guys would all be wondering, when is the next part gonna come? And so here it is. Here's the second part of our Nicktoon world. So... Wait, that's not the one. That's not the one. I just gotta find it. I think this is it. Yeah, here we go. Here we go, this is the Nicktoon world. Yep. The other one I loaded was the Star Wars park. But maybe later I can feature that and probably go over what I put so far in that Star Wars one. But picking off from last time, I showed you guys this ride, this red one. Then I named it SpongeBob's Best Day Ever. And like I said, that is the name of a SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob wants to have his perfect day ever by starting off with cooking up Krabby Patties at the Krusty Krab and doing karate with Sandy and jellyfishing with Patrick and going to Squidward's clarinet recital. And he never got to do any of those things. Or when he got to do those things, like when he approached to the Krusty Krab, he discovered that it was being invaded by nematodes. And SpongeBob played that, and SpongeBob was actually playing the Best Day Ever song to drag those nematodes away from the Krusty Krab. Which, that was a smart move of him. Mr. Krabs was pleased with him. Well, the game froze for a second. Well, now it's back. Alright. And then when he went to go jellyfishing with Patrick, Patrick broke his net, and Patrick asked if he could borrow SpongeBob's, and he said yes. He said now I won't be needing this old net because since he had his brand new jellyfishing net, which I think he called it All Reliable. Yeah, that's the new one with the more stronger net for catching jellyfish. Oh, SpongeBob's Best Day Ever is broken down. Is it a station breaks? Oh, thank God it's not. It's not a station breaks failure. It's restraint stuck closed. Yeah, I can tell. Yeah, I can tell that it's closed because there's a C and the next letter is L. So before we do anything else, let me just fix some broken property because people must have broke it. People must have broken it. That's what your people may do sometimes in your park. They may sometimes break the property, like the benches, trash bins, even even the lamps. Yeah, they can all, your guests may cause mayhem in your park. Yeah. So I wanted to fix those so that they can get, that way there isn't that much mayhem and not much vandalism. Those of you who don't know what vandalism is, vandalism's another word for damage. Like, you damage public property. Like, just like what the people did to the benches, they must have kicked them. Excuse me. People must have, like, kicked the benches, and some people got angry, so not sure why some people in your park do get angry, but it's mainly like the roller coaster. It's more likely the, like, high intense roller coasters or fast roller coasters, and, like, they must have gotten dizzy, so, and when they feel the dizziness, it's kind of hard to hard to see where you're going, because the thing is this, it's like spinning in circles. Squidward is broken down, and it's not a station brakes failure. It's a safety cutout. Good. I do not want to see any station brakes failure, because that would be a nightmare. That would be a nightmare. If you go on a roller coaster and all of a sudden it breaks down, and if it's a station brakes failure, oh man. I would get hurt if that happened. And mainly everybody on the roller coaster may get hurt. If the station platform brakes fail to slow down or stop the roller coaster train. So moving on. Over here, this motion simulator, I named it Alvin Simulator. Because there is a Nicktoon called Alvin and the Chipmunks. And they're also names of movies. Alvin and the Chipmunks, yeah. That's also a series of movies. You know, the one with Alvin, the main character himself, and then his other two friends, Simon and Theodore. Squidward has broken down. It's a safety cutout. Yeah. As long as it's not a station brakes failure, then I should be fine. Then people will be fine. Oh, Patrick is in the bathroom. As you may have saw in the last video, SpongeBob did leave the park because he probably had enough after going on the Fiery Fist of Pain, which is that a tealish roller coaster. But as I was saying about this Alvin and the Chipmunks, it is also a TV show, but the way they do it is spelled Alvin and the Chipmunks with couple of N's. Oh, Fiery Fist of Pain is broken down. Oh, it's not a station brakes failure. So that's probably like you probably noticed in the on the Nicktoons channel or even the Nickelodeon channel, how the way it's spelled, that Nicktoon, Alvin and the Chipmunks, with a couple of N's and then an X and then a couple of exclamation points. But that's that. This I named it Nicktoon Theater, and this is a 3D cinema. And too bad I couldn't play any like Nickelodeon movies. Like I can't not play like SpongeBob SquarePants movie or SpongeBob movie Sponge Out of Water, or too bad I can't play what. Too bad I can't. There isn't any of those films in the options menu for like different films. Like, you only get 3 different 3D films when you build this ride. You get Mouse Tales, Storm Chasers, and Space Raiders. And I chose Storm Chasers. I chose it to show Storm Chasers because, I think, excuse me. Storm Chasers because I think there's some kind of Nicktoon. I think it's called Henry Danger. They like battle each other, which I do not watch Henry Danger that much because it's way too violent and sometimes, like, watching too many violent things can have an impact on your brain. So, and it would probably get you, and it would probably, yeah, it would probably, like, sometimes get you in a habit of thinking negatively when you watch too many violent things or play like so much violent stuff or basically like see stuff with a lot of violence in it. So anyway, that's the Nicktoon Theater. What I did here is right where this ride is. Oh, Squidward has broken down. As long as it's safety cut out again. As long as I don't have to see a station brakes failure, then I would not have to worry. So what I did here is I added a piece of garden. I added a garden bed right over. Uh-oh, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy has broken down, and it's a station brakes failure. But I think this one's different because both trains are in action. So this elevator, which is what you're probably looking at right now, I named this one Patrick's Fearfall because there was an episode of SpongeBob where Patrick jumps off a high cliff and like he spells out like when he was trying to read a sign and he was trying to say the letters that are in that word, and I think he was saying DANGER. He was probably spelling out danger, and when he broke it, he fell off and said danger. So that's that episode. I'm not sure what that episode is. I'm not sure what that episode of SpongeBob is called, where Patrick does fall off a high cliff. I'll just have to look. I'll just have to look it up. Right over here, this Enterprise, which is a thrill ride, I named it Sandy's Wheel. I named this one Sandy's Wheels. I named it Sandy's Wheel because in Sandy's Tree Dome, she has a like a hamster wheel thing, and she sometimes runs on it. And that's where, like, she gets her exercise. Just by running on that wheel. Hamster wheel. So, and yes, I did paint this gray. Because that is the color of that hamster wheel in Sandy's Tree Dome. And I made the cross beams, the cross sections that, like, hold the arms together, that are holding the arms together or whatever. I did paint those red. The cross beams, cross sections. So alright, so let me just cover some more rides here, because we skipped there was a couple that we skipped last episode. But this Ferris wheel is Nicktoon wheel. As you see here, Nicktoon wheel. Of course, the cross sections for that is green because of the slime, and Nickelodeon does feature green slime. And the outer rims of the Ferris wheel are blue. I did not want to paint the entire thing green because, like I mentioned earlier, the ride would just be too camouflaged. And especially, it would be too camouflaged with the grass. But, this was all done on, this was all done, from a pre-made map called, the original name for this, the default name for this scenario is Arid Heights, and, on the Loopy Landscapes expansion pack, there is that scenario, Arid Heights, and that is the scenario where you get unlimited money. And the only one you have to be careful of is you cannot let your park rating go below 700. You cannot let your park rating drop below 700 at any time. While you're trying to reach your goal. So, what I put here, so this car ride, which is what I did here, I named this one Nickelodeon Racers. And that is more like a gentle ride. And yes, all these cars are race cars. And the race cars can only have one person. I mean, when you go to an actual amusement park, I think there are some race cars where it can hold more than one passenger or person. Like a go-kart ride or something? Like go-karts? Yeah. Yeah, some go-karts do have a capacity for like 2 people. Yeah, 2 people is basically the maximum of 2 people is the maximum amount of what you can have in a go-kart. So obviously we went over this one last time, Peppa Circus. Squidward has broken down. So alright, so oh, Fiery Fist of Pain has broken down. Better check for a station brake failure, and it's not good. So anyway, what you're seeing right now, this little swinging inverter ship, which is what you're actually looking at right now, because I do have the window open for it. I named this one Plank Crab, because there is an episode of SpongeBob where Plankton creates a clone combination of both himself and Mr. Krabs. Which I think that was like his another of his evil plans to steal the Krabby Patty secret recipe. And yeah, and SpongeBob's best day ever is broken down. Oh, it's not a station brake failure. It's restraint stuck closed. Restraint stuck closed. Restraint is another word for a harness, or the thing that's supposed to hold you in place when you're on a roller coaster. That's a restraint. So, and I think that episode where Plankton creates Plank Crab is called the Krusty Bucket, which I like. Which is it's a combo name for both the Krusty Krab and the Chum Bucket, where that's where Plank Crab was at. So that's that. That was a pretty funny episode, though. Because Plankton used the DNA from himself and and Mr. Krabs' hair. Only one piece of Mr. Krabs' hair. Yeah. Where he did to create the clone combo. So what I did here is what you probably saw earlier. I added these benches and trash bins because we don't want any people to be throwing food scraps all over the floors, all over the pathways. We want to keep this park in ship space. Or is it ship shape? Or is it ship shape? Excuse me. Alright, safety cutout. As I was saying, let's just say, we want to keep this park tidy clean, or squeaky clean. So that people don't throw away food scraps all over the path. So, and I think, and basically the arid heights level is what I mainly like to use as a sandbox map. Oh, What you're probably wondering what this swinging pirate ship is? You probably saw that the ride that broke down. I named this swinging pirate ship Patchy's Pirate Ship. And because Patchy the pirate is in SpongeBob SquarePants, and he is SpongeBob's biggest fan. So that's why I wanted to name something that has to do with Patchy the pirate. And I was like, Patchy's Pirate Ship came into mind. So that's that. Over here is a little food court, which you've probably seen because of all these food stalls in the square. Eventually, I may put another one, but let me guys go ahead and ooh, new scenery now available. Jurassic theming. Patrick is on Patrick's slide. Oh wow, he's riding his own slide. But and he's just left. But what we will bake is go-karts. So yeah. You probably want to see me like build an actual ride that has to deal with more than just one piece, that deals with more pieces. Where are we going to put it? Where's the best place to put it? I think I'll put it over here. And let's go. Only the best of those are going to ride this. Oh, Squidward has broken down. Again. Alright, so we are building our go-karts. And it's gonna be a lot different compared to the car ride. Because go-karts do go faster. I'm gonna turn this bad boy around. We're gonna make this go-kart track awesome and fun. So that people can go racing. And in this game, you only get a few different types of curves. You only get tight curves, like this one. Left hand curve, very small radius. Yes, I don't understand why you cannot make big turns when building a go-kart track. So, gonna continue. And if you play Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, you do get the more very wide turns when building go-karts. Only 29 minutes in the video. So, so when we're done building this, go-kart track, I think it will have to be it for this episode. Gonna make this one adjacent. Continue. Oh, let's go up, right over here. Oh yeah. And then we're gonna line it up to turn it back towards the starting line. And there we go. Alright, so we completed the go-kart track. And where should we put our entrance? I'll put it here. And I'll put the exit over here. Patrick is in line for Nickelodeon Super Brawl. Good for you, Pat. Let's put a rooftop on over this so that when it rains, the riders, that way the people that are sitting down on the go-karts waiting for the green light, they won't get wet. And I think we will do pagoda. And we will name our go-karts. What's a Nickelodeon-based name? The Great. I don't want to do snail race. Oh, I know. How about... Ooh. Tony Fast Karts. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Because Tony Fast is in SpongeBob, and that's there's a name of a SpongeBob episode where I think it was Tony Fast Jr. Sorry. As I was saying, there's a SpongeBob episode where there's where I think it was Tony Fast Jr. Was teaching SpongeBob how to drive, and SpongeBob was going extremely fast. If you guys watch the episode. So alright. Pat back is broken down. Is it a station brakes failure? Oh wow, it is a station brakes failure. But both trains are running at the same time. So it's not gonna crash. Oh, Patrick has bought a drink. He must have been thirsty. So yeah. And Tony Fast means like extremely fast. Yeah. So that's why I named the go-karts Tony Fat. Tony Fast Karts. He was going fast. He was going Tony fast. I think that was like one of those police officers in SpongeBob. And the lineup, I'm not going to make it too long because what I will do, I will move this no entry sign to here so that the peeps can and I will delete this no entry sign so that way the guests can come. That way guests can come and can get on this ride. The lineup, I don't need it to be too long because it's a go-kart and I do not want my people to be getting disappointed. It's like, I've been waiting in line for this ride for ages. Oh, Mermaid Man and Barkley Boy is broken. Oh my god, it's 36 minutes. But anyway, I think that's gonna have to really wrap up this episode. Yeah. So I will hire the mechanic and set up its patrol area myself, and I hope you guys enjoyed this Nicktoon world. Which I think I got a few more stalls. But we'll go over that in like a next episode. In like the next episode or maybe or something. Yeah. And we'll probably make like a food court, so we'll probably add those to a food court. Oh, there's already one driver already. But yeah, this will have to wrap up this episode, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a comment and hit that like button if you like it, and I will see you guys in the next episode. See you then. Bye-bye.